Is a systematic way of managing material resources to ensure proper utilization, maintenance and documentation of the entire process. Although asset declaration is being used to check corruption, the reality is that compliance with asset declaration remains a major challenge. This compliance challenge leaves many unanswered questions about African state commitment to combat corruption and ensuring just, transparent and accountable government. And that's why our focus today on the Eagle is on asset declaration and political corruption, EFCC's perspective. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Welcome to the Eagle.
We are going to tackle financial crimes problems in Nigeria with a human face and a heart of lion.
The executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, was in Accra, Ghana to attend the 14th Commonwealth Regional Conference and annual general meeting of heads of anti-corruption agencies in Africa. The conference themed Strengthening Institutions and Promoting Transparency, a means of fighting corruption in Commonwealth Africa. Olukoyede described as comprehensive explanations on the strategies being employed by the EFCC in the fight against corruption. Ojo Chokutami Eche has the report.
The heads of anti-corruption agencies from 21 African member states of the Commonwealth met in Accra, Ghana from 6th May to 11th May 2024 for a significant conference aimed at enhancing regional anti-corruption efforts. At the meeting, leading anti-corruption experts from across Commonwealth countries converged to discuss best practices and strategies to adopt in the fight against corruption. The executive chairman of EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, made a presentation titled EFCC Anti-Corruption Drive, Changing the Narrative, where he outlined the EFCC's strategy for combating corruption in Nigeria. The approach, he said, involves preventive measures, technological innovations and international collaboration. Olukoyede, who discussed the EFCC's mandate to enforce economic and financial crimes laws, highlighted the Commission's preventive initiatives such as the Anti-Corruption Club in schools, the faith-based approach and fraud risk assessment and control. He also shared details on how the EFCC addresses forex malpractices and dollar racketeering, all aimed at stabilizing the Nigerian economy. Furthermore, the EFCC chairman spoke about EFCC's use of technology in its anti-corruption efforts, mentioning the Eagle Eye app for whistleblowing, the case management system, and the forensic laboratory. He pointed out that these technological advancements play crucial roles in enhancing the Commission's investigation and prosecution capabilities. Based on these initiatives, the Commission in just 6 months achieved record results in various areas, thereby demonstrating the effectiveness of its comprehensive approach in the fight against corruption. In addition to his presentation, Olukoyede engaged with other anti-corruption leaders from across the Commonwealth, discussing best practices and international cooperation in the fight against corruption. His participation underscores Nigeria's commitment to strengthening institutions and promoting transparency. Ojo Chokutami Eche, reporting for the Eagle.
The Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, has thrown its weight behind the executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, in his determined bid to use the fight against economic and financial crimes as a potent weapon of achieving sustainable economic development and good governance in Nigeria. This gesture was made in Abuja by the chief representative of JICA, Yuzorio Suzumu, while on a courtesy visit to the corporate headquarters of the EFCC. Abbas Abubakar Umar tells us more.
According to Suzumu, EFCC is a very important partner for collaboration, and the aim of JICA is to contribute to the sustainable development of Nigeria. The Japanese representative stressed that they have identified sustainable economic development, social development, good governance and peace building as key pillars of their collaboration. Suzumu emphasized that financial crimes are a cross-sector issue affecting the development of the economy, society, governance, and peace of any nation. He expressed appreciation to the EFCC for its strong commitment and effort towards combating economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption, as well as making proposals for broad-based capacity building programs for staff of the EFCC and other ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs, in the area of fighting corruption.
EFCC is a very important partner for operation in this country. And our aim of activity in this country is very simple, to contribute to the sustainable development of Nigeria.
In his response, Olukoyede pointed out that JICA has shared values and objectives with the EFCC, as the Commission also stands for sustaining economic development and good governance. He stated that upon his assumption of office, one of the policy objectives was to use the anti-corruption instrumentality to stimulate the economy. The EFCC boss also restated the Commission's efforts aimed at stabilizing the foreign exchange market, stressing that the Commission will not relent in monitoring development in the sector and prosecute illegal foreign exchange traders causing disruption in the forex market. Olukoyede also emphasized the importance of preventive frameworks against corruption, maintaining that the EFCC will not wait for the money to be stolen before taking actions. The chairman also pledged to collaborate with JICA, particularly in the areas of manpower training and development, to achieve shared objectives.
On my assumption of office, one of my policy objectives is to use the anti-corruption instrumentality to stimulate the economy. So for us and you, I believe that's an area of collaboration.
He called for more support to President Bola Tinubu in his quest to reinflate and rebuild the commanding heights of the economy. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC), Ola Olukoyede, has described compliance with rules and regulations as the keys to growth and development, stressing that lack of it was at the root of corruption in the country. He made this disclosure in Abuja when a delegation from the Compliance Institute of Nigeria (CIN), led by its president Patterson Boliga, paid him a courtesy visit at the corporate headquarters of the commission. Chinonso Alexander Eni is our guide on this.
The executive chairman of EFCC said, "The success of any process or procedure in any society is based on the issue of compliance, and the difference between developed countries and undeveloped ones is simply compliance." He stated that if compliance is taken out of developed countries, they will be as terrible and as poor as the undeveloped countries. Olukoyede declared support and unalloyed commitment to the Compliance Institute of Nigeria, while noting that the lack of compliance was the primary enabler of corruption in the country. He also assured the Institute of EFCC's cooperation and collaboration in its programs and activities.
If we get it right with compliance, we have gotten it right with good governance in Nigeria. We have gotten it right with corporate governance as well. The success of any processes and procedure in any society is based on the issue of compliance. That's the difference between a poor country, undeveloped country, or developing country, and developed world. It's simply compliance.
Earlier in his address, Boleja disclosed that the visit was an offer to the Commission for collaborative engagement and to foster a mutually beneficial relationship on matters pertinent to compliance. He commended Olukoyede for extensive contributions to the fields of compliance management, corporate intelligence and fraud management, adding that the EFCC's chairman's track record of undertaking anti-corruption surveys and reviews for various law enforcement agencies, government institutions and corporate organizations, as well as his commitment to manpower development, was testament to his dedication and expertise.
We are here to extend a courteous visit to you, sir, Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Commission, to engage in meaningful dialogue on matters of shared interest and potential collaboration for the advancement of financial intelligence and the enrichment of our professional domain. So, Mr. Chairman, the Institute extends its heartfelt congratulations specifically on your appointment as the 5th Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
I am Chinonso Alexander Eni, reporting for the Eagle.
Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has called on youths across the country to stay away from internet fraud to safeguard their future. This call was made at a leadership training themed Exploring the Tools of Leadership to Curb the Rising Tide of Social Vices Among Nigerian Students. Amina Kawa tells us more.
According to the EFCC chairman, youth involvement in internet fraud is a threat to their future because of its risks of conviction and associated complications. He also said that internet fraud is causing reputational damage to Nigeria in the country of nations and charged youths to separate themselves from it. The chairman, who spoke through the Head of Enlightenment and Orientation Unit of the Commission, Aisha Mohammed, said corruption is the reason why Nigeria is touted as a potentially great nation despite its rich natural and human resources. Mohammed emphasized that corruption is the root cause of many challenges facing the nation, including dysfunctional infrastructure, low indices of progress, and social dislocation. She urged youth to be change agents, active foot soldiers against corruption, community advocates, and whistleblowers. She also encouraged youths to embrace digital citizenship and to promote responsible online behavior to secure Nigeria's future. Speaking earlier, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Abuja, Abdul Rashid Na'Allah, who was represented by the DVC, Professor Philip Alpha, urged the youth to desist from indulging themselves into social immoralities. According to him, there is no justification for committing crimes. All the speakers at the event made presentation on different key areas that will help participants in their future endeavors. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
Naira is 500 million naira.
Ihu na ihe naira na-eme ugbu a. Naira esighị ike. Achọrọ m ego m na-ego igwe dollar.
Die break na Nigeria. Ka ị na-achọ ego igwe dollar. Ọ bụ ya bụ na iso na ndị na-ebunye naira ibu arọ. Mee ya nwe nne. Hey! Abịa gị na ndị otu gị unesoro na-agba egwu na-azụ ya ọkpa na-ede ihe n'elu ya na-emekasị ego naira. Mee ya mkpọmkpọ ego.
Nwanne nwayọ.
Agaghị m ewere ya nwayọ ọbụla maka na ngalaba task force ehiwere na EFCC na-emegide ụdị ihe a unu na-eme imetọsị ego ime ihe ga-eme ka ego Nigeria ma ọ bụ akụnụba obodo anyị Nigeria ọ dịghị mma. Ejide gị ejide ị ga-eji eze gba ekwere o megori ka ebe na
Asset declaration systems differ in scope and reach, level of sophistication and transparency. However, asset declaration has become a universal instrument to enhance public sector transparency and accountability, promote integrity, and prevent corruption. Asset declaration system has become a multi-purpose tool used to prevent conflict of interest, detect unjustified assets, and for building broader integrity of public service. It is therefore combines prevention and enforcement purposes. Let's go to Miracle Chukwuagoziem, who is with our guest, and we'll be discussing asset declaration and political corruption, EFCC's perspective. Over to you, Miracle.
As it is often said, he who goes to equity must go with clean hands. Public office is a trust. Its tenant requires integrity, accountability, selflessness, due diligence, and hard work. As a civil or public office holder, you are expected to declare your assets, and in doing so, you are not to under or over-declare them. In today's segment, we have Chief Superintendent of EFCC, CSE Zainab Majidadi, of the Lagos Zonal Office, who will be talking on the topic, asset declaration and political corruption, EFCC's perspective.
Thank you, Miracle, and thanks for having me.
What is asset declaration?
Asset declaration is an official document whereby public officials and politicians declare their assets, their liabilities, and that of their spouses if the spouses are not public officials, and also that of their children 18 years of age and below.
That takes us to our next question. What is political corruption?
Political corruption is a situation whereby politically exposed persons, also known as PEPs, put their personal interest above public interest. Now, you would see that these PEPs, when they assume office, instead of them to carry out their duty to better the lives of the citizens, their people, they would rather focus on amassing wealth, illicit wealth, for their benefits, for their personal gains. And then this puts the people at the detriment of lacking the basic amenities and other needs that would better their lives. So this is basically what political corruption is.
How related is asset declaration and political corruption?
Okay, as I said earlier, the asset declaration is where the PEPs declare what they have. And this happens before they assume that office. So if the people know what this PEP has before he gets into the office, it will make them to be careful, and then the people would hold them accountable for it. This would make them not put their personal interests first before the interest of the public. So it's like a tool to hold the PEPs accountable. So asset declaration promotes transparency and accountability by revealing their financial interests. So citizens can hold their leaders accountable when they know about their assets. It also helps the law enforcement agencies to carry out their investigations with ease. So asset declaration also serves as evidence in an investigation.
How is the Commission tackling the menace, and what is the collaboration between the Commission and the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, in doing this?
Thank you. The Commission, being at the forefront of fighting corruption and combating it, is always working hand in hand in collaboration with the Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, being the custodian of the asset declaration documents. When investigations into the corrupt practices arises, the Commission requests for these documents, the asset declaration documents, which we scrutinize, and we see the questionable wealth, and it helps us to reach a logical conclusion that would help us get a conviction in the court. And this collaboration has gone a long way in helping us to secure a lot of convictions over the years.
What are the offenses associated with asset declaration and political corruption? And what are the penalties?
Thank you. Now, public officers who fail to declare their assets as required by law commit an offense. The law mandates them to disclose their assets within a specific time frame. Now, The penalties for non-compliance are removal from office. If convicted, the public officer may be removed from that office. Secondly, if convicted, the public officer would be disqualified from holding any public position or public office. And thirdly, if convicted, the public officer would forfeit that property, any property acquired through abuse of office or dishonesty, dishonesty, it will be forfeited to the state.
You've spoken extensively on this topic. So what are your advice to Nigerians?
Asset declaration is one very, very important tool for preventing corruption, and I advise every public officer or politically exposed persons, including civil servants, to declare their assets as at when due or anytime they're requested to do so. And in doing so, they shouldn't under-declare or over-declare these assets. Because if found wanting, the full wrath of the law will be meted on them.
Are you aspiring or already a public office holder in any government ministries, departments, and agencies, or an elected government official? If you are, it is important to declare your assets as the law stipulates. Remember, failure to do this attracts the full wrath of the law. Be a good citizen. Promote sustainable socio-economic development of Nigeria. That's it on our interview segment today. My name is Miracle Chukwuagoze. Over to you, Aisha.
It's real. It's happening soon. The commissioning of EFCC Radio 97.3 FM is finally here. As the fight against corruption intensifies, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, is set to commission its radio station, EFCC Radio 97.3 FM Abuja, Voices Against Economic and Financial Crimes. Date, Thursday, 16th May 2024. Time, 9 o'clock in the morning. Venue, EFCC Headquarters, Jabi, Abuja. Special guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris Malagi. Attendance is strictly by invitation. EFCC Radio 97.3 FM. Voices Against Economic and Financial Crimes.
And that's it on today's Eagle. Until we come your way again, keep sending in your messages, inquiries and suggestions to info@efcc.gov.ng. You can also call us on 0809 3322644. Don't forget to use the EFCC mobile app, the Eagle Eye, to report any fraud you see happening around you. You download the app, you follow the steps and report fraud on the go. And you can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them. Also, remember to join us every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. on our web-based town hall meeting called EFCC Connect, where we answer your questions and note your observations of the anti-corruption fight in order to serve you better. And also listen to EFCC Radio 97.3 FM, the Voices Against Economic and Financial Crimes. I am Aisha Muhammad, leaving you with this parting words that says, walk with honor, character and integrity in all that you do. Do these things and you will find that you can appreciate the adventure of life and live with greater ease. Let's do the right thing always. Goodbye. God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others around you, and do enjoy the rest of the week.